bought the Guardians of the Galaxy game, or planning to buy it, or even played some of it already, and at some point you might get stuck on what to do. So, this is the ultimate Guardians of the Galaxy guide to becoming unstoppable. So, let's get going. We will have multiple categories during this, including difficulty, which will be the first thing we go over, perks, upgrades, combat, choices, and then last thing will be skins. So yeah, prepare for a pretty long ride. Let's go. There are 4 types of difficulties in this game. We got this, which is the easiest one. We got this probably, which is the medium game mode. And then we got hard, which is we don't got this. And then we also have we do it our way, which means you can customize the difficulty. So you can pretty much make it easier than easy or harder than hard. So yeah, easy mode is the easiest because enemies have way less health and they are easier to kill. Medium means a bit tougher, but still manageable. And hard is very difficult. I played the game on hard and I was struggling. So unless you really want a challenge, I recommend starting on medium, because the combat will be pretty balanced and the game's gonna be more fun that way. The next thing we will talk about is perks. At many points in the game, whether it's the Milano or whatever planet you are on, you can find upgrade benches and you can buy perks using the components you find on the planets. There are 15 different perks to choose from, and a lot of them are very, very good. When the game lets you upgrade for the first time, it forces you to unlock a perk called Rapid Reload. After you get that, you are free to get any perks you want. You can even use the same workbench twice if you have enough components. The perk I recommend you to buy first, or second I guess, is Components Localizer, because if you get that, it will show an icon indicating components are close by, and if you don't see the icon, it also plays an audio cue. So the thing is very useful and it will be very helpful getting perks later on in the game. It's gonna make that very much easier. A couple of other perks I would recommend are Low Life Buff, Extra Health, Extra Shield, and Knockdown Dash, but that's up to you. The next thing we will talk about is upgrades, and you unlock upgrades by getting upgrade points by leveling up. And you get XP at the end of each battle, so depending on how good your performance is how much XP you will get. So yeah, that's how you get XP. The first level up you get should be after the fight with the big worms in chapter 1. The game forces you to unlock an ability called Vantage Point, which allows Star-Lord to fly for a short amount of time. It's actually a really good ability. And from that point on, each ability costs 2 or more ability points. Each Guardian already has 1 ability from the beginning. Each Guardian also has a max of 4 abilities they can have equipped, and 1 ability for each Guardian you unlock by playing the story, rockets being the best of course. But the rest you have to buy with the upgrade points. The abilities you should have at the end of chapter 1 are Vantage Point for Star-Lord, Destroy for Drax, Deadly Strike for Gamora, Cluster Flag Bomb for Rocket, and Entangle for Groot. The 3 I would recommend for you to buy first are Fan the Hammer for Star-Lord, which costs 2 points, Shadow Strike for Gamora, which also costs 2 points and it's a very good ability, and Pound and Pummel for Drax, which costs 3 points, but it's a very good ability. But these are the ones that I found the best, so just keep that in mind. Alright, now let's talk about the combat. First of all, the combat is great. I really love it. But you are not here for my opinion. You are here to get good. We will split this into 3 parts: melee, ranged, and guardians. So let's kick off with the melee combat. So the melee combat is very fun. It's pretty simple, but it's great. So to melee attack, you press X on Xbox and square on PlayStation. So pretty much like in any action game. But sometimes when you punch, they counter and leads to a small quick time event, and you have to counter back or else you will lose a bunch of health. And if you finish beating someone or something up, you can press B on Xbox and circle on PlayStation to dash to the next opponent. And also sometimes there is a chance that you would be able to perform a finishing move by pressing Y or and B or circle and triangle at the same time. which is a similar thing they had in Avengers and Spider-Man. If you buy some perks, you can unlock a few more attacks, but I will leave that for you to find out about. Now, let us talk about the range combat, and there's a lot to be talked about here. So first of all, you have Peter's guns, which you press RT to shoot. You can also hold it, duh. But with the rapid reload perk, you have the option to overcharge your guns and deal a little bit of extra damage. You also unlock a bunch of ranged attacks with perks, which again I will let you find out for yourself. Star-Lord has another ranged attack called Fan the Hammer, which we talked about earlier. There are also elements in this game. The first one you get is ice, and you get them by playing the story. And these elements are parts of your guns, and you use them by pressing RB. So for example, an enemy has a snowflake indicator beside your health bar. That means they are vulnerable to ice. The enemies also have shields, and depending on what color of the shield they have is the element you need to use. There is also a stagger bar under the enemy's health bar, and if you fill that up, you will have a chance to get a quick time event to weaken the enemy. The last thing about combat I want to talk about is the Guardians combat, in which you command the Guardians to use their abilities by pressing LB and then pressing either X, A, B, Y, or circle, square, triangle, or X to choose your Guardian, and then you do the same thing to choose your abilities. And as we talked about earlier, the abilities they use in combat are the ones you buy with ability points. Duh. After you use an ability, you have to wait a few seconds for that Guardian to recharge so you can use him or her again. So that's pretty cool. Now we will talk about choices. I won't talk about the choices for long because a lot of the choices contain spoilers. So what I will say is that most of the choices are just you picking between two options in a conversation. But there's a good bunch of choices that matter. There's one pretty early in the game, so pretty much whatever you choose might affect the story later. And maybe even some gameplay. And the last thing I want to talk about is skins. There's a lot of skins in this game. There are usually 2 to 4 skins hidden per chapter. In one chapter there's only one, and in 3 others there's none. You also get skin for each Guardian by playing the story, and get 4 or 5 skins for Star-Lord after finishing it. You also get a free skin if you link your Square Enix members account. I was showing a few skins in the video, and I gotta say, they nailed them. A lot of the skins are well hidden, like one on chapter 6. But damn, they look good. There's something for everyone. Alright, so I hope this guide actually helped someone. I really do. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe. And yeah, I hope you enjoy Guardians, and I will see you in the next video. I still have some Guardians video ideas, so don't place your bet that this Guardian series is ending soon. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one.